2, 1. What's up, Sahrea?
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We got to do it on the phone, guys, because she don't like her face shown, so she want to keep her privacy.
Very much so.
She's scared. She camera shy, so we gonna respect her wishes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, so let's get to it. Who is more trustworthy in relationships, men or women?
Women.
Why women?
I think women are trustworthy because we most honest. We tell you what it is. I think for men, I wouldn't say they're not trustworthy. It's just very hard to kind of, I guess, yeah. I think women, I don't like rambling, but I think women are just trustworthy because we're honest. We're going to tell you how we feel right then and there. We're not going to lie to you. Unlike some men, I'm not going to say all men, but some men will lie or withhold information. So,
Those are the men you've been with.
like as in relationships or just talking?
Just basically, like you said, a lot of men be withholding stuff, but those are the men that you like. I feel like withholding stuff though.
Not just the men I've been with, just from hearing other people's situations too.
Really?
But, huh?
I said, oh, really?
Yeah.
You feel like you got a lot of trust issues?
No, not really. I don't really have trust issues. Like I'm not saying I come in all the way trusting, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't trust you at all. You just gotta prove to me that I could trust you, and once you prove to me, then then we could. But I'm not the one to be like, oh, I don't trust guys at all. And they all want you. Not because there's good people out there just as well as there's bad. So I'm kind of like open. But as soon as you break my trust, then it's pretty much over.
But do you feel like a lot of women tolerate more when a guy is attractive versus than the guy that she really don't really care for, that weed through the cracks in the relationship, and she kind of like, okay.
I feel like women, I think some women tolerate more because, maybe he's more popular, he got more money, so they tolerate more. But I will say that's some women if you're attracted to that type of stuff. But if you're not attracted to that stuff, then that really don't really matter to you. I guess it just depends on who she's attracted to.
What kind of guys you attracted to?
I really don't have a particular type. I'm pretty much open, even with race, too. Like, I don't just date one particular race where I'm not interested in just one particular race. I pretty much am open to anything, pretty much. I don't really have a specific type.
So who get caught cheating more, men or women?
Men.
But who are better cheaters?
Women.
So don't you feel like women should be trusted less than men?
No, I think they both is about the same. Reason why I say men get caught cheating the most is because they're more messy when it comes to cheating.
And
women, and I said, well, if women are gonna cheat, they're more strategic. And to be honest, women don't really cheat unless somebody cheat on us. Like, I'll say that. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I feel like women cheat to pretty much for revenge, pretty much, or pretty much. Most women cheat for revenge.
You ever cheated on a man?
No, I've never cheated.
When you say
I've never cheated at all.
When you say cheat, do you ever gave your number or text or email the guy?
When I was in a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
No, I was pretty much open. Like, if I'm dating, I'm pretty much open and let you know, like, I do have guy friends and strictly or just friends. So, I let them know a friend, if I'm dating someone, they meet all my guy friends and stuff like that. But when it comes to my guy friends, it's strictly just friendship. Ain't no extra stuff like that. But if I'm in a relationship, I take it seriously. Like, I don't be entertaining nobody else because this is who the person I want to be. If I don't want to be with you, I'm not going to be with you. So I feel like if you're going to cheat, you might as well just leave. Because at the end of the day, like, why would you be with somebody if you know you don't want this person? Just leave. Don't cheat on them. Just leave.
You feel like cheating getting played out?
Yeah. That shit is like, you do that shit like you in like high school. Like, oh, I cheated on such and such. But you grown enough to know if you want to be with this person or not. If you don't want to be with that person, let them know, like, you know what, this ain't working. We can be cool. We see each other around. Hey, how you doing? But, it's just not working. And, go from there.
This is my motto. I feel like females got access to sex, but the men got access to relationships. So with that being said, who you feel like more ready for marriage right now, females or guys?
I'm going to say females.
Why females?
I feel females are more ready because, we're like, being a woman, like, we're conditioned to, like, love and be nurturers and this and that. And I feel like for guys, like, it takes them longer to want to, in my personal opinion, I think it takes them longer to settle down because you got this girl, that girl. It's so many different people out here and you got too much options. So they don't test, all the options that they can. So I think for women, we already test our stuff. If we don't like what we see out there, we pretty much are like, all right, we ready to, settle down and this and that. I think it takes men a little longer to settle down than it is women. So that's why I say women are pretty much, we ready more than men are.
But if that's the case, why 80% of the women files for divorces?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not married, so I really can't say. But I think, maybe something is lacking in their marriage. And people do have a breaking point. I mean, so if she feel like she done with her marriage, then she done. I mean, if she don't want to work it out, she don't want to work it out.
Right. Okay. Do you if you had to put 3 in order, money, looks, and status, how would you put those 3 in order?
Money, looks, and status. I would say money, status, look. That's what I will do. Money, status, look. That would be my order.
You say money, status, and looks?
Yes.
So you feel like looks is the last one? So you care about somebody's status more than their looks?
Yeah, because to me, looks, they whatever. I mean, eventually we all gonna get old and wrinkly, so looks ain't gonna even really hold you that long. And status, it's whatever. Like, I really don't care if he's famous or not. And money, I put money first because I will prefer him to be financially stable as, his as best as he can. But, if he's famous or not, that's, cool. I don't need somebody that's famous. That's too much pressure in the first place. If he is famous, cool. If he's not, cool. His looks, to me, really don't matter. It's all about his personality and his mindset more than his looks.
Long as he can take care of himself or have enough money to take care of both of you?
I think, to be honest, take care of himself because I don't really need nobody to help take care of me. I have my own money, my own stuff. I don't really need somebody to take care of me. I really want him to take care of himself, and then we can put our money together. So So that's why I said money first. But I need him to show me that he can, be stable for himself first before you add me into that equation.
Okay. Do you feel like because a lot of do you feel like this generation really care about relationships, or they just care about sex and getting money?
I think it's a combination of all of it. I think some people really want to find a soulmate. I think people just want to be famous, get money, and fuck. I think it's all of it, but I think at a point in time, it depends on where you at in your life. Some people are in their life where they're like, okay, I did the whole party, drinking, smoking, fucking everybody, having all this money. I really want to settle down. And then some people still out there like, I'm going to just live my best life to wherever happens. So I think it's a combination of both. It just depends on where that person is in their life.
Right. Okay. Why do you feel like females who look down on men who make less money than them?
I say it's a 50-50. The reason why I say 50-50 is because some women out here could care less about money. And there's some women who want their men to have all this money and this and that. So I think it just depends on that female. Because I know a lot of females who could just care less about how much their man make as long as he's working and he can do for himself. And there's some people who want their man to have all this money and buy them Birkin. So it really just depends on that type of female or what female you dealing with.
Well, okay.
Because all females are different. Not all females want money. Not all females just want, so it just depends on the female. But not every female is the same or want the same thing.
But you see a lot of people having kids before marriage. But why and I had this conversation earlier on my podcast. I was saying, why are baby showers getting more praise and more, baby showers are getting more recognition than weddings? Why are we not still enough weddings, but we celebrating baby showers? Why is that?
I'm such, I agree with what you said. I think we need to celebrate more weddings and graduations more than baby showers. But I'm not sure why they celebrating, baby showers more than that. I mean, I know babies are a blessing, but I would prefer them to be, if they could, get married first. Try to do it the right way. Not everybody's situation ain't gonna be like that, but if you could, try to do it the right way. Get married, wait a little bit, get yourselves together, then have a baby. But I would prefer, try to do it the right way if you can. But I don't know why people are celebrating more baby showers than they are college graduations and, weddings.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like more men are ready to be married because I feel like the females feel like they're missing out. They have a fear. Black women have a fear of marriage and submitting to a man. They feel like they're missing out. They think because they want this top tier guy, but the problem is that guy don't want them.
I think it's the other way around. My personal opinion. I think a lot of guys are. This is just my opinion. I think they're the ones who feel like they're missing out because most of these guys be having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different women that they talking to, which is fine, to each his own. But most of the women just want one person that they want to just call their own and just love and travel, have their little family with. I feel like guys feel like they're missing out. They always at the club, running the streets with this bitch, that bitch, which is fine. That's how they want to move. But for most women that I know, they want to find a soulmate, settle down, have a family, and be loved by one person. They don't really, want all that extra stuff that come with it, So I guess it just depends on what type of male or female that you're dealing with because it can go both ways.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think like with Ari, Jada, and India, and Megan Thee Stallion, and Sweetie, and so on and so forth. Do you feel like a lot of the women are being influenced by this? The older generation or the millennials?
I think it's both. I think, in my personal opinion, I think both women are being young and old. You got young girls who thinking like, my man gotta buy me a Birkin bag, and if he don't buy me no Birkin bag or this and that, then he ain't the man for me. Now, I think if you're very materialistic, you will think like that. But if you are really materialistic and you got your own and you don't need someone to buy you a Birkin bag, or that's really not your flavor, then that don't matter to you. That's for the young millennials. Now, for the older ones, I think it's more of the body. Like, you see women getting their bodies done, which is fine, to each his own. But, some of the older women feeling like, oh, well, I see these Instagram models, let me go ahead and get my body done so I can, keep it in tight, shape it, keep their body together, which is cool. But I think it's both, I think it's both ages, young and old.
Why do you feel like the older generation is not schooling the younger generation on how to be women and be wise, or whatever the case may be, or how to groom
I think it's because they don't know how, or their parents didn't teach them how, or it's just, they want to keep up with the generation.
Right. So you feel like the parents has failed the newer generation? The millennials?
I definitely do. I think the parents who were in the 80s and the 90s, like our parents, was, in the 80s and 90s, I definitely do think that they have screwed this generation up. They have some parts, to do with it. And then, the music and stuff that we listen to and things that's acceptable that wasn't acceptable. So it's a lot of influence.
Okay. Do you blame the music, or you just blame the people for listening to the damn music?
I blame both. Shit. You older, I feel like you should know from right from wrong. And if you believe everything you hear in music, then you gullible. So, and I think the people that's, making the music, they just doing it to get their money. They don't care about, if whatever they saying is right or wrong. They just like, hey, it's making me money. I'm going to keep saying it. So it's both.
Do you respect females who are promiscuous and have sex with a bunch of guys, going to the club every weekend and getting drunk?
I feel like if you want to live that lifestyle, I just say protect yourself, because there is things that's going out here.
STDs.
But I wouldn't. There's STDs, there's pregnancy, there's AIDS, there's HIV. This shit is real. But if you want to live that lifestyle,
you got Omicron, Omarion.
But I wouldn't want like a girl to be promiscuous. I'd rather her just, if she don't go out and have fun, you can do that, but you ain't got to be with every guy, because after a while that shit gonna get old. You gonna get tired of that. But I feel like find your true self, have fun, live life, but just be safe with it. You ain't gotta sleep with every guy. You ain't gotta be with every man. You have to be just
why
have
not
fun.
Why not get married young and grow with your significant other?
Okay, this is why I say don't marry young. I feel like when you young, you really don't know who you are as a person.
But you want to fuck, though.
But if you don't know who you are as a person, you want to have fun, you want to experience life, and you get married young, yeah, that's cute, that's fun, but eventually y'all grow up and people do grow apart.
I don't believe it.
So,
I don't believe it. I feel like if you get married young, y'all can grow up together and experience life together. And
say if I get married at 18, and the 18 me and the 26 me are completely different. What you want at 18 is maybe not what you want at 26. Same thing with your partner. He or she might say, I want this when I'm 26. 26 come, you like, when I was 18, I said I want this. Now I don't want that no more. And I see my life going a different direction. your partner may not see that same direction that you're going. They want to take their life in a different direction. So I feel like find who you really are as a person. Do the things you want as an individual. And then when you find the right person, your lives will come together and they will match up and they be aligned with one another. And so when you 18, you fresh out of high school. You don't know what you want to do. You just know that, you out of high school and you got to go to college. Some people who 18 and go to college, half of them don't even know what they want to major in school. So how you going to get with somebody and you don't even know yourself and you don't even know what you want to do for real with yourself? So that's why I say, have fun, live your life, travel, make money, get your degree. Do whatever you want to do before you get married. Because when you get married, half the shit that you didn't do, you're going to regret. And you don't want to resent nobody because you got married too young. You don't want to resent that person because, when I was 18, I didn't need to do this and that. So that's what I say.
I strongly disagree. I feel like people should get married because I look at it like if you're old enough to vote, you're old enough to go to the army and die and fight for the country or go to military, I feel like you're old enough to get married. I feel like you're old enough for marriage once you graduate high school or turn 18.
I mean, it worked for our grandparent generation, but I think this generation, we just really want to do what's best for us at that.
But our great grandparents' generation had longer marriages though, and less children out of wedlock.
You said yes, less children out of wedlock, which is true.
They had shotgun marriages instead of shotgun wedlocks.
But I mean, just because you're able to go to the army, still don't mean that you grow. I mean, legally, yes, you're grown, but mentally, no.
But you got 35-year-olds who grown physically, but they ain't grown mentally as well.
That is very true. That's why I said it just depends on the person and your mindset. It is some 30, 40, 50-year-olds who still immature, and there's some young kids that are very mature, so it really just depends.
Why do you feel like a lot of women want to have it all?
Have what?
Have it all. Why do you feel like a lot of females want to have it all?
What do you mean have it all? Like in what aspect?
They want to have, the perfect man, perfect house, man 6'5", making all six figures, making all this money, no kids, no cheating, no problems. They want a Disney fairy tale out of a book hood movie relationship, but it doesn't exist.
I don't think there's no perfect person, no perfect female, no perfect man. I just think those are their what they desire, but in reality, you may not get all what you want. Same thing with a man. He ain't gonna get everything, the perfect wife, everything. Everybody has flaws. And if you can't see people's flaws, then you don't need to be with nobody because there is no perfect person. At all. Right. For example, for a woman, he might have three kids, but he's a good man. He works, he take care of his kids, he do this and that. Yes, she want a man without kids, but if she can look past that, him having kids, she might, have a good man. Same thing with a guy. If he look past her having 2 kids or whatever the case may be, and still love her unconditionally, then he might still, he got a good woman. She take care of her kids, have her own money, don't ask for nothing, just do what she's supposed to do as a mom or woman or whatever the case is. She's still good at the end of the day. So I just think people got these expectations of people. Oh, he got to be this, she got to be that. Those are unrealistic. And when you think like that, you pretty much gonna pass up somebody good.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody was calling me just now. I do feel like unrealistic expectations is really crushing a lot of relationships right now.
I definitely agree. I think both women or men are coming with these expectations that are not realistic. You got to be realistic.
But who you feel like got more unrealistic expectations, men or women?
I think both. The reason why I say both is because they both, I want my woman to be just like this. She got to look like Jada. She got to look like this. I want her body like this. Or I want her, she can't do this. She can't do that. Same thing with a woman. My man got to be 5'6". He can't have no kids. He got to have a fade. He got to look like this. He got to do this. He got to make this. Those are unrealistic expectations on both ends.
You feel like social media got a lot to do with it?
I think it's 50-50. I think social media people be on social media seeing other people's relationships or quotes and stuff that they think, but everybody's relationship is different. So what worked for one relationship may not work for your relationship. It worked for them, but it might not work for you. You just got to figure out what works for your relationship. Because what that person blueprint might not be your blueprint for your relationship.
I agree. That's a good way to put it right there. Do you feel like have you ever been in a situation where you was comparing your previous guy to your last guy?
Of course, I think that's a natural thing that people do. I did. I was like, I didn't vocally say it. I just would think it like, this person, my ex-boyfriend, he used to do this, and my new one don't do that. So it's a compare and contrast, but sometimes it can be a good thing and sometimes it could be a bad thing.
I think it's bad anytime you compare two totally different individual human beings.
Yes, they are, but you can definitely compare. And like I said, it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. An example of being a good thing is, if your last guy bought you roses and your new guy don't, and that's something that you like, you can be like, you could bring that to that person's attention. But, you don't have to tell them what my last guy did. You could just be like, I like flowers and I like to do this and that. But you don't have to tell that person, my ex, man, he used to do this and do that. You don't do this. You ain't have to say it like that. You can just put it out there. You can compare and contrast in your head. You don't have to vocally say it.
Do you feel like why do you feel like more females leave relationships first than men?
I feel like it's a thing called women's intuition. I think a lot of women use their intuition. If you don't feel like the relationship is going the way that it should, it's like, let's just end this now so we don't get too far into it and we can just, dead this shit right now. Because if you wait, if you know the shit ain't going the way you want it to go, why are you waiting around sitting there? That's wasting time. That's wasting your time and it's wasting the other person's time. So feelings like, this ain't going the way I want it to go. Let's just be friends and you can go your way and I can go my way. But we can still be cool.
Have you ever compared like your last sexual relationship to your previous relationship?
Not really. I try not to do that because everybody's sexual experience or sexual stuff is different. What one person may like, the next person may not like. So you got to go in with an open mind and just try to figure out what works for you and that person.
Right. Do you feel like you always been more sexually experienced than the guy?
Have I ever what?
Do you feel like you always been more sexually experienced than the guy?
Oh, no. There's some guys who put me on game, and there's sometimes I put a guy on game. So it's really, that's something that you kind of just have to try and error. So, like I said, what works for one person may not work for the next person. Or what I'm lacking in experience, he'll teach me. And with the other person, or if he's not that experienced, then I'll teach him. So it's really like a teaching moment.
So what did a guy ever taught you?
Actually?
Yes.
Shit. Taught me like, shit, that's a good question. I gotta think. he taught me like how he told me like how he wanted to be sexually pleased. And because I thought, from my last guy, the last time I, did something with somebody else, I took from what I learned from there, and he didn't like that. So I was like, okay, cool. So teach me what you want to be done so that I know how to please you.
So what did he teach you specifically?
He taught me how to pretty much, I didn't know how to throw my ass back at that time. So he taught me how to throw my ass back. And so he went through the motions with me so I know what I was doing. And once I caught on, I was like, okay, cool, bet.
And what you ever taught a guy?
I taught a guy how I wanted to be done and how I wanted to be pleased, because the way he was pleasing me, I really wasn't feeling it. So I told him pretty much how to do oral. So I told him how I liked it. And then once he understood what I was explaining to him, how I liked it, then when he did it, I was like, that's exactly how, I prefer it. So once he got it, it was cool from there.
Okay. So basically he was like, you taught him how to use his tongue, or what you told him?
I pretty much told him, pretty much like, don't be doing all these, do slow motions, do this, do that. Like, don't be, if you're gonna rub the clit or whatever, don't be rough with it. Be soft. You gotta explain to people how you want to be pleased, because people going in, they don't know, they doing stuff from the last person that they like, and that may not work for you. So you gotta teach people and be patient with people when you're doing it.
Okay. Do you like teaching guys, or you ready for them already be up on game?
I mean, I'm pretty much open. Because everybody's sexual experience is different. I mean, some people can be just now experiencing it. Some people can be, been doing this for a long time. So I'm pretty much open to whatever.
Okay. Do you have a preferable D size?
I would prefer medium, not too small, not too big.
Like, give me inches, like numbers wise.
Like, I think maybe like a 6 or 7 would be perfect.
Okay. Right. I feel like a lot of females just going from relationship because they're trying to find new dick, though.
I don't think they're trying to find new dick. I think some people doing it because they lonely. They want the companionship. So it's like, okay, well, that didn't work. Let me go find somebody else to kick you and hang with, which, ain't always the right thing to do. And I think, I don't think everybody, I'm just going to do it. Some people out there, you want to go from relationship to fun. Some people just like, I just need the companionship. I'm just lonely. I just want to be with somebody that love me unconditionally. So some people just got to be with somebody.
Right. So when you give head, do you include the balls?
I mean, yeah, if that's what that person likes.
Because some females say they don't like giving head, sucking balls, licking balls, because they get hair in their mouth.
Well, that could possibly be true, but that's up to that person. Like I said, everybody's different. Everybody likes to be done a certain way. So if that person likes it, then, and they tell you, try it. And if you say you don't like it, then maybe I could compromise and find something else.
Okay. Okay. So you do include the balls, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Fair. You ever lick the man goose before?
No, I ain't doing that.
Right. What about that's a man that you really find attractive, though? Would you do it?
No, I still wouldn't do that.
What if he paid you to do it?
I still wouldn't do that. That's just not something I'm interested in.
Okay. Facts. What the freakiest thing you done?
I'm a prune. I really don't do anything too freaky. I haven't really done anything like crazy. I don't know. Pretty much old fashioned.
What's the freakiest thing you would want to try, but you haven't had a chance yet to try?
I would try like a threesome or something just to say I did it.
With like another girl or two guys?
No, it'd be two guys. I'm not interested in women, and I don't really. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the two men.
Okay. Do you want to like to be their friends or like two guys you just find attractive or they friends? What you wouldn't mind smashing like him and his friend or just two guys randomly or?
Probably two friends because they both know each other, and it probably won't be awkward.
Facts. You want to be cool with them or you just want to like just do it like?
I'd rather be cool with them because it's like I know you who you are. I don't want to just be like, oh, I just these are just two friends. I actually would like to know them on a personal level so I can kind of get an idea who they are as people instead of just being with someone random.
Okay. And you want to have like you want them to have sex with you at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. How would you want the threesome to happen?
Oh, I guess traditional, like one in the back and me, the other one laying down getting head or something like that.
Okay, so you want one hit from the back and you get the other one hit?
Yeah.
Facts. Feel like you could like multitask like that?
I mean, I haven't tried it, so it'll be a trial and error if I can.
Facts. Like, what if your guy like tell you like during it like, I like seeing you like take pipe from another man?
I will only do the threesome if I was single. Like if I'm single, I feel like that's something you do when you're single. I wouldn't do that if I was in a relationship.
But what if you got in a relationship like that though?
Just because he like it, I'm not comfortable with it.
Okay, so what about the guys you do it and he'd say like, you know what, like the guys, you two guys you do fine, okay. He said, I like when you take pipe from another guy, like would that turn you on, turn you off?
Probably turn me on.
You said off?
On.
Okay. I mean some guys into that, you know.
Yeah.
Facts. Okay. Would you ever like do like a DP?
And what?
A DP, like two guys in your pussy at one time.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Facts. Right. Okay. Do you like watch like porn, like gangbang porn, stuff like that?
I don't really watch porn like that. Only time if I'm really gonna watch it is to really like see what other things there is to do that I could try and bear. But just to be sitting there watching it, no, it's really not my thing. I'd rather just, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well just make my own or do it myself. But if I'm gonna watch it, it's pretty much educational. Like, I want to try this next time. I saw this person try. Let me see how it, I'll see how it works for me and the person that I'm with. So it's pretty much just getting like tips and trying to see what else you could do.
Right. Okay. With the threesome, fast. Fast. Okay. Would you like want it to happen like a surprise, or you would like to set it up, or?
Probably surprise, because if you set it up, it may not go the way you want to. So just let it happen naturally if it's gonna happen.
Facts. Okay. So you like one gotta like give you head and you can get the other guy head type shit too?
You can try pretty much whatever. That's fine too.
Facts. You know, like so you kinda like both guys kinda like pleasing you, worshiping you type shit?
Yeah.
Right. Facts. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So you haven't found those two guys yet?
No.
You feel like a lot of guys not into that, or?
I don't think they just never probably had the opportunity. Probably. I think they interested. I just think it ain't ever happened for them.
Facts. Okay. Gotcha. I mean, so would you say women are more freakier than men?
I think both. I think both men and women are freaky. I think women, it just take that right person to bring it out of them.
Right. Okay. Fair. So no two guys like ever offer you for a threesome?
No.
Have you been like waiting for guys to ask you that?
I haven't been waiting on it, but it just never happened.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. What's your favorite sex position?
Probably riding.
Okay. And why riding?
Because I can control what's going on.
You like to look in their eyes, or?
If I'm facing that direction.
Fair. Okay. You ever been thinking about like another guy while riding the man?
No, I haven't done that because I'm too focused on what I'm doing.
You ever like said another guy's name while having sex?
No, I've never did that.
Or came close to saying another guy's name?
I maybe came close, but I never said it.
Why did you almost come close?
Because their names kind of sound the same, so I was like, oh, yeah.
What made you catch yourself?
I looked at my environment, and I was like, oh, this is not, this is not that guy's house.
Right.
So,
Right. Okay. Do you come off head or just penetration?
Penetration. I really don't come from head.
Okay. Right. You ever squirted before?
No, but I almost did.
You feel like that guy would have made you squirt? Or you feel like that would have been the right man for you?
Would he be the right man for me?
Yeah, like a keeper for you?
No.
Right. Damn.
I don't think sexually he's good, but I think his personality and his mindset and him himself, I don't think we are compatible.
So you don't mind being in a relationship with somebody if their character isn't good or personality ain't good, or their character ain't good, but they got good personality or whatever, and they are good in sex? Would you be with that person?
Eventually that shit gonna wear out. I mean, eventually you're like, okay, this is cool for a little bit, but it's like, okay, now as you get older or whatever, you're like, okay, sex is good, yes, you got a good personality, but your character is fucked up. Yeah, that probably ain't gonna work for too much longer.
Right. Okay. Do you like growers or showers?
What is it?
Growers or showers?
Growers or showers?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Grower is somebody who they get large, and a shower who just already ready. They already ready.
I want somebody that's already ready.
Okay, so you don't want to wait for it to get hard.
No.
Gotcha. Facts. Good facts. What is big dick energy to you?
Say that one more time.
What is big dick energy to you?
I can't hear. It sounds like you're far away.
What is big dick energy to you?
Somebody who can take charge, somebody who know what they doing, who can lead. That's big dick energy.
That turns you on?
Yeah, because it's like, okay, you know what you're doing. You in charge. You know how to lead. You know what you're doing.
Okay. Do you like guys who are scammers, trappers, or guys who work 9 to 5?
I don't like nobody who scam because you ain't finna scam me. So I would prefer a mixture of a 9 to 5 and a little bit of trap, like somebody hood classy.
Mm-hmm. And why like the hood classy or trapper?
Hood classy for me. I want somebody who even though they from the hood, they still got their mind, they still got their head on straight. So that's why I said hood classy. You got the best of both worlds. You're a little bit of hood, but you classy and can keep it together at the same time.
Okay. Facts. You feel like hood guys have better sex than guys who not street?
Yes and no, because I've been with some 9 to 5 guys who had some bomb, and I've been with some hood niggas who was trash. So, and I think that's a myth. Not all hood niggas got good dick. Not all hood niggas know how to fuck. Not all 9 to 5 have good dick, and not all 9 to 5 know what they doing. So I think it's both. Because I have experience with both.
Okay. Do you feel like if you're in a relationship, should you go through your partner's phone?
No, I don't think you should go to in nobody's phone. I think you need to just whatever. I'm old school. Whatever's done in the dark don't come to light. So whatever that person hiding, eventually it's gonna come to you. Just let it come to you. Do not search for it, because when you go searching for something, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Let that shit come to you naturally, because eventually it's gonna come out.
Do you feel comfortable like ever getting in a serious relationship and telling your man about your sexual past? Like, say if you had like a threesome with Train or whatever, would you ever tell your man that or keep it from him?
I will let him know. I will let him know if he asks me, like, let's put everything out on the table. What we have done. I will lay out my cards and stuff that I've done and stuff, and I hope he will do the same thing too. And the reason why I said I would be honest, because I don't want him to feel like, I don't want nobody else coming up to him telling him some shit that I could have told him myself. Now, if he don't ask, then shit. I mean, I'm not obligated to tell you if you don't ask. That's just my personal opinion.
Whoa. That's not good. That's being deceitful and still a form of lying. That's covering up.
Okay, so I mean, I said if he don't ask me, I'm not gonna like, well, you know what, babe? Let me tell you everything I did in my past, because sometimes, I mean, your past is your past. So if he not don't want to hear about it, he don't want to know, then shit, I'm not gonna bring it up. If he's not asking me, like, what did you do in your past, then I'm not gonna be like, well, we just sitting at dinner over, babe. Let me tell you what all I did in my past. No. My past is my past, and his past is his past. Now, if he don't want to share with me everything he did in his past, he don't have to. As long as he tell me the most important, what he think that will detriment the relationship. I mean, his past is his past. As long as that shit ain't affecting me now or my relationship now with you, then fucking so be it. That's just my personal way of looking at it.
Do you feel like a woman's past matter or somebody's past matter?
I don't think people's past matter, because everybody has a past. Everybody has a past, whether it's good or bad. Everybody has a past, and some people may be ashamed of their past. So it's like, I want you to love me for me and not who I used to be or what I used to do. So I don't think nobody's past. Now, if it's something outrageous, then that's something different. But if it's some little
what is considered outrageous?
Normal shit,
what do you consider outrageous?
Like if you done did rape somebody, or you done killed some, like something crazy, or like some like demonic shit, then that's something different.
Okay. Do you what's the difference between love and lust to you?
I think lust is something like surface level, like, oh, he fine, she fine, oh, she, I want to have sex with this person, that person. So I think love is super, like, surface level, like it ain't deep. So, and then with love, it's like, I love your vibe, I like your personality, I love who you are just as an individual. You loyal, you know how to love, you know how to treat people, you know how to do this. That's why I think love. You kind to people, you open minded, you don't judge nobody. And lust is just like, I think in my opinion, it's physical. It's like, oh, you pretty, you got nice pretty hair, your eyes are good, like stuff like that. Outside, nothing inside the heart.
You feel like a lot of people get love and messed up with lust because they having sex with somebody and sex gives you a false.
I think that's very true. I think when you have sex, you with somebody and it's like it feel like love, but then when you done, it's like y'all not together. So it's like, well, fuck, was it love or was it just lust? 9 times out of 10, it's lust.
Yeah, like I was about to get into that, like, because I feel like, don't you feel like when you're having sex with someone, you could be blinded and think it's love, but really it's just busting a nut.
Pretty much.
Okay. If you took sex away, what do you bring to the table?
I feel like I bring a lot to the table. I'm very charismatic. I always make sure that person got the shit that they need. I got their back, whatever situation that is. Financially, I can take care of myself. I don't need you to take care of me. I'm very patient, open-minded, a good listener, give you good advice the best way I can, and direct you in the way you should go if you get out of line. Like, yeah.
Okay. What's the max number of guys you'll have sex with at one time? 2, 3, or?
At one time?
Yeah.
I would prefer one.
Okay. One at a time?
Yeah, like, I'm not really that one to be just, oh, I fuck this one, I'm gonna fuck this one, I'm gonna fuck that one. No, like, I would like to just keep it to, like, one person unless it's just, like, I want to try a threesome, but other than that, I mean, I would prefer it be one person.
Right. I'm saying if you did a threesome, like, would you want just 2 guys only or just more?
Oh, yeah, just 2. I don't need all that extra shit. It's just doing too much.
What if they say they got another friend, like 3 guys?
No, we're not doing all that.
And you find them attractive?
What he gonna do? Sit there and wait for his turn? Like, no, we just gonna keep it with just the original.
Facts. Okay. Why do you feel like a lot of women complain about F-boys, fuck boys, and say niggas ain't shit and go back to these guys?
I think women are scared probably to move on and find something better, so they go right back to them. And so when you're scared, you don't want to start over. People are scared to start over. So when you're scared to start over, you're going to go right back to it because that's what it's called, a familiar. You're familiar with that person. You know that person. When you get with somebody new, you got to relearn them. You got to know what they like, what they don't like. Are they real? Are they fake? You know what I mean? So when you start over, you got to do all that now. When you know somebody, you deal with somebody, it's like, well, shit, I know you. I've been knowing you for a while. I kind of, know what to do and expect from you. So it's like, well, shit, I might as well stick with somebody I'm familiar with.
Okay. Right. Okay. Like, how many times a day you think a couple should have sex?
A day?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 if they can make it happen.
Okay. When the last time a guy asked you to be his girlfriend?
Shit, it's been a long time. Maybe 2-3 years ago.
That's the last time you was in a real relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like OnlyFans is basically prostitution, like stripper, sex work, stuff like that?
I think OnlyFans is like, I think it's stripping. I think it's stripping because it's like you getting paid for it. Strippers get paid to take their clothes. Well, is the people fucking? Or are they just like, I don't know too much about OnlyFans, but I think it's more like a porn type of thing.
Yeah, it's basically sex.
Some stripping in it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's prostitution.
I think it's prostitution. I think it's legal prostitution because the government get money, and versus the street walkers or street stalkers or whatever, they don't get when they get money, they don't split it with the government. That's the only difference.
You can see it that way too.
Do you feel like the man is responsible for making you come?
Yes and no. The reason why I say no is because I, as a woman, I should say for myself, I should know what I like so that I could tell you how to make me come. So I think it's a bit of both. I should know my body enough to tell you how to make me come.
What's the best way to make you come?
Penetration. I don't like it. Don't do it. So I'm like, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but it'll make me come. So trying different positions or whatever.
What's your second go-to position besides riding?
Back shots.
Are you riding on your feet or on your knees?
Both.
How long you can go on your knees?
I really don't know. I never calculated but I don't have negative, so it ain't gonna be that long.
It's about 5 minutes you can go.
Probably, yeah.
I bet Megan can't do it on the dick.
Well, shit, we don't know.
Okay. When you riding, are you riding like you in a chair or like you actually riding like a bike or with conviction? Or you riding like you scooting up in a chair or something? So I don't feel like a lot of females be lazy when they ride.
Well, for me, you just pretty much bouncing your booty up and down on the dick. Like, I don't know how you can be lazy with it. I don't know. Like, you get on top and you just bounce the booty.
Facts. Are you kind of like insecure because of your body or whatever? Like, do you want to have like a bigger ass or a fat ass?
I don't. I'm not insecure with my body. What I got is what I got. You know. Now, for other people, they might feel insecure, but for me, I'm satisfied with what I got.
So, if you had to rate your booty, like how big would you say it is?
My booty it's a small booty. I don't have a big booty. Like, I don't got no big booty because it wouldn't even fit my body. Like, if I had, because my body's skinny. If I had a big booty, it would look weird.
Right.
I'd be looking like I have skinny legs and a big butt. That shit would look so fucking weird.
Yeah, the cellulite thighs and legs won't match and shit. Like,
Yeah, you gotta match that hip ratio.
Right. You gotta have some cellulite shit going on to make it look.
Yeah, you can't just have skinny ass legs and a big booty. That shit gonna look so fucking weird.
Okay. Fact. But little booties matter though, they say, you know.
Little booties do. They be coming in strong.
Do you feel like Coily Ray's bringing skinny girls back?
I don't even like her music, and I don't think that's true. I think we've always been just like other body sizes always been. It's just what that person like.
I mean, she was so popular because usually now it's about thicker girls coming in and shaking ass, but she's the only one came out with body skinniness and embracing it. So that's why I felt like, you know, she brought the skinny girls back in style. You see what I'm saying?
I think all body sizes been in style. It's just what people find attractive to them.
Right. You like your guys like buff, skinny.
Between buff and skinny.
Okay.
But probably buff.
Like tall? How tall?
Well, I'm 5'7", so at least 6 foot if you could. But if not, I mean, shit, that's fine too.
You don't want nobody shorter than you? Your height?
I probably wouldn't want that, but I'm not like saying no to it. It's kind of like, whatever.
Okay. You wear heels when you go out, or?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Depending on how my feet.
How tall you is in heels?
Probably maybe. I'm 5'7". It depends on how high the heels are.
What do you normally height it in heels is?
Maybe it's not that high because I'm already tall, so probably 3-4 inches, not that much.
So you probably about damn near 5'11" in heels.
Probably yes.
Wow, so you damn near almost 6 feet. Whew.
Yeah, because I'm 5'7", just regular. So.
You know the average man height is about 5'8" or 5'9" on average.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, what is the probability of you finding that guy though?
That's tall?
Yeah, that's 6 feet and taller. Only like 10 to 12% of men is that height.
It's a 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know. It's a probability. What's your dress size?
My dress size?
Yeah.
Like a small, medium. So that's like a 4-6.
When the last time you weighed yourself?
Like a month ago.
How much you was?
130.
You want a guy? Okay. 130. Will you rate yourself?
Like as far as what looks?
Body wise, looks, all that together, if you had to.
I think I'm probably about a 8 or 9.
Why you don't give yourself a 10?
Because that's unrealistic.
Okay.
Ain't nobody perfect.
Yeah, it's up Rihanna though, but that's a different story. Now she ain't perfect. She ain't perfect no more. She pregnant, so she lost it. Okay. Do you feel like the man you want look at you as that?
Do the men that I want look at me like that?
Look at you as 8 and 9? I ain't trying to be funny in that. I'm just,
I think they do.
Okay. How can you tell when a guy want to be with you or just want to have sex with you?
A nigga that just want to have sex, every conversation will have something to do with sex. He'll bring it some way, somehow into the person I just love you. He don't really bring it up like that.
You think you're ready for relationships? Or you still got some... You got a lot left?
No, I don't think I'm ready. I think there's some stuff I still need to work on myself.
What you need to work on?
What do I need to work? I had it at the tip of my tongue. I need to work on being more patient, more open. Those are things I need to work on.
You ever sucked dick while a man was driving?
No.
Do you spit or swallow?
Spit.
Why you never swallow semen?
Why
you never swallow? It says it's good for your teeth.
I just don't want that in my body. I just don't want to do that. I ain't swallowing the kid.
You ever recorded yourself having sex?
Yes.
You got it in your phone or you got it in his phone?
His phone.
Why you ain't got it in your phone?
I just didn't ask for it. Like, he wanted it to keep it, so he can keep it. To me, it really didn't matter if he sent it to me or not.
What he record you doing?
Like, hitting from the back, shit, other sexual positions.
Like what? Like
Giving head.
so you got your face in the camera, basically.
The side, not my full face.
But he got enough where he can recognize you. Somebody can recognize you, right?
Well, I guess if we know the same people, most of the people that I've dealt with, we don't have mutual friends.
So it's safe to say that somebody got a sex tape of you walking around on their phone.
Yeah.
You gotta explain that to your future husband or future man.
Yeah, that's what he want to know.
You mean when you know you should be explaining it to him off the rip.
I mean, but what is there to explain? Like, I have sex tape on my phone. Someone has a sex tape with me. That was before you. That's what I'm gonna say. That don't matter. It was before you, and I don't even talk to that person no more.
Which is just why you feel like you don't want to tell them off the rip, though. Are you ashamed of it?
I'm not ashamed. It's just like, well, what is that gonna do?
It's not gonna do nothing. What it's gonna do is show your honesty.
Yeah, but I mean,
ain't no but. You can't say but. If you say but, that means everything you say before that doesn't mean anything.
It do. Okay, yeah, I have one of it. Okay, so and I'm telling him, so it's he knows that I'm honest. Now then, what happens after that?
I mean, you just gotta take it how it is. I feel like a lot of women don't like to be honest though because they're ashamed and they want the other guy that they want to be with or whatever to take them as they are and make it seem like they ain't really got much of a sexual past, like they was innocent angels.
No, ain't nobody innocent. I'm just trying to figure out, like, me telling him my sex bad, like, okay, I'm gonna tell you, and then after that, like, okay, like, you gonna tell me the shit that you did? Like,
yeah,
I ain't ashamed of nothing what I do.
If you ain't ashamed,
I'm always
what if you ain't ashamed?
But I feel like it don't matter. Like, why am I bringing up some old shit, some old past stuff? Like, I'm gonna tell you, I got a sex tape. You gonna do what? Like, we just gonna put it out. That's why I said, if he want to put everything on the table from both ends, he put his stuff out, I put my stuff out, then let's put it all out there on the table. But I mean, that shit happened in the past, so it really don't affect my future. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you, and then what we gonna do with the information?
I mean, just live it out there. Let him decide if you want to continue to do this, though. Let him know.
I mean, if he's upset that I have a sex tape with somebody that happened way before him,
how long ago it
I'm not
was?
even aware or talking to, then that's on him.
How long ago it was?
It was a couple of years ago.
Was it last year?
No, it was not last year.
So it was 2020?
It was 2019.
So it was about 3 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. You ever had sex in the car before?
Yes.
How you like that?
I don't.
Too tall for it?
It ain't enough room.
What about like a balcony?
No, I haven't did that.
So if you was in a dick sucking contest, what place would you come in?
Probably 5 or 6, because I don't really give head like that.
Why don't like giving head? Why females nowadays don't like giving head? Why?
It's not that we don't give head. It's just I don't really do it. Like, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, because obviously I have. It's something that I just don't do frequently.
Why is that? Why you don't like doing it quite as often?
It's not like I don't like doing it quite as often. It's just they prefer to give it. So give me head and to receive. So if that person don't want me to give it to them or whatever the case may be, then so be it.
Okay. What positions did y'all did in the car?
Whatever help that was enough for space wise. So shit. I'm trying to think, what did we do? Ride, put the seat back and let them lay down and get on top and do what you gotta do.
Y'all was in the parking lot somewhere?
No, we were down the street from like an open field.
Damn.
I should say.
That was your idea to do it or his idea? That was your idea to do it or his idea?
It was his idea.
Damn. Did he make you come?
No.
Damn. So basically it was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Damn. What kind of car was it?
It was a Toyota Camry.
Damn. Do you like having clothes on when you're having sex or being naked?
Naked.
So you had clothes, like when you say you had clothes on before having sex?
I have my shirt on.
Damn, you
Like
must.
yes, I have my I mean I have my clothes on. Yeah.
So basically, if you had your clothes on, it must be like a bend me over type shit. Like it was like a quick ready to go type shit.
Well, the car one was. It was just something spare of the moment. It wasn't like, oh my God, take all your clothes off. It was just like, oh, okay, let's do this real quick. And boom, boom, boom. Spare of the moment.
So you say y'all was in the car or y'all was at the house or something?
Car.
Oh, so you done it multiple times in the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Damn. So y'all like pulled over type shit? Y'all got horny or something? Or?
Yeah. Pretty much.
So you basically you like to have protected sex or unprotected sex?
I'd rather be protected.
Don't you feel like with unprotected sex you get more feeling?
That is very true, but then that also come with consequences.
Okay. Do
And
you?
whatever happens, you got to be responsible for it on both genders.
I mean, I have protected sex, but I feel like when I do, the condom be popping and all that. And it's good though. I have protected sex, but you ever had like a condom pop on you before?
No.
Damn.
If so, they didn't tell me.
Damn. Okay. You ever had sex in front of somebody, or while somebody was watching in public?
No, I ain't never did that.
Damn. I mean, you did have sex in the car though. People were driving by. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that shit was like dark. It was nobody back there.
Oh, damn. Ugh. You feel like a lot of people put too many of their personal business on social media?
Hell yeah.
What do you feel like is off limits for social media?
Anything with your baby daddy or just drama shit, just anything that just needs to be just kept to yourself, just keep it to yourself.
I feel like people be posting funerals. And
Yeah, I think that's a bit much. Respect people's wishes and boundaries and shit. Don't just be posting.
they be posting their address and all that bullshit. Like,
That's doing too much.
have you ever had an STD before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. You ever had sex for money?
No,
A guy ain't never pay you to have sex with him?
not at all.
Damn. So what's the lowest you'll have sex with on your rate?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the lowest from a scale of 1 to 10 you would have sex with?
What's the lowest scale I would have sex with?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, what's the lowest rate you'll go? Like 5, 6, or 7, 8? Like, what's the lowest I'm saying?
5 or 6.
That's the lowest. Okay. You ever went on a date with a guy and know you wasn't attracted to him and just went for a free meal?
I have, but not for a free meal. I did go on a date just to for him to stop bugging me about it. So yeah, but it wasn't like for no free meal. Just like, okay, you've been asking me, you've been bugging me about it. Let's just get this shit over and done with.
And basically after that, what happened?
I went home.
Why you just didn't tell him no though? Why you just ain't block him and tell him like, no, I'm not interested?
Because I knew. I mean, I told him in the beginning that I wasn't interested in no relationship. I don't mind being your friend. But I said I don't mind if we kick it and hang out. But other than that, I'm not interested in anything else.
When you say hang out, you want to hang out and have sex or just hang out as friends?
Hang out as friends.
Why would you want to hang out as friends with a guy you know that he want to have sex with you? I don't understand why females do that.
Because we're not interested in having sex. We just want to be your friend.
But you don't want to be friends. You don't want to do that with guys you find attractive. If you find him attractive, you won't want to just be his friend. You want to have sex with him.
We want to do both.
Holy shit. But the only reason you said that because you didn't find him attractive, right?
It don't have nothing to do. It could be his personality. It ain't just his looks. It could be his personality. He could be boring as fuck. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you could just only be my friend. I don't even want to go that route with you, but we can be cool. The other person can be, it ain't just about his look. It could be anything.
Okay, I got two more. I think I got two more. Do you feel like men and women can be platonic friends?
I think so. I think that like I said, I have guy friends that strictly guy friends, and I haven't done nothing sexual with them. We're just friends. But I think it's just people have fucked their friends before, and that's why they feel like they can't be platonic.
So you had sex with all your guy friends before?
No, I haven't.
Well, why would you want to be friends with guys? Just be friends with females. You know they want sex from you.
I mean, that's like saying, oh, guy, you can't have no girlfriend, like no girlfriends that you grew up with. Some of these people I done grew up and they've been like my brother, or like we really, being really cool. And I tell them, if I'm not interested, I'm not interested. So, we can just friends, let's kick it or whatever as just friends and stuff like that. And go from there. It don't always have to be something sexual. That's the thing. Everybody try to sexualize and put sex in every fucking situation. You don't always have to put sex in every situation.
The only reason y'all not having sex is because you're controlling the dynamic of the relationship.
Because I'm not interested in you in that way.
But if he was controlling it, he would be having sex with you. He would just won't be committing to you. That's the only difference.
You allow people to do what they want to do. So if you don't want to have sex with somebody, you're not obligated to have sex with somebody unless you want to.
Exactly. What I'm saying is the only reason y'all friends because you are controlling the dynamic and not him. If he's controlling the dynamic of the relationship, he will be having sex with you if you allowed it. And you know that. And I know that. We both know that.
Yeah, if you allow that. But if you not interested, shit.
You know they want sex from you. You know them guys.
But then there's some guys that just want to be your friend. Because I have some guy friends who has girlfriends, and it's just strictly just friends. Like, that's what I'm saying now. It don't always have to be something sexual. Like, if you know how to control yourself in whatever the manner is, then I have a guy friend to this day. Me and him was cool. We never did nothing sexual. I never caught feelings for him. I'm not sure if he has caught feelings for me, but I just know that I just don't see him in that way. He has a girlfriend. And our relationship is just like a best friend relationship. I've been knowing him since high school. Nothing has ever sexually happened. And so he has a girlfriend. They got kids and stuff. She cool with me. I'm cool with her. Like, it ain't no, I've been liking you since boo boo. No, it's you my homeboy. I'm your homegirl. And that's what it's going to be.
Okay. What is one celebrity you'll let smash? What's a couple of celebrities you don't mind you would like to smash on?
I would Meek Mill. I would smash Meek Mill.
Mm-hmm.
If Nipsey Hussle was alive, I would smash Nipsey. I would do Young Dolph. If he was still alive, I would do King Von.
Even though he was married? Yeah. Even though he was married, you still fuck him?
Huh?
Even though Dolph was married, you would still fuck him?
No, he wouldn't have to be. He would not have. If he was married, I wouldn't have did that. But if he was not married, then yes.
But if he was in a relationship, you'll still fuck him though?
If I was in a relationship?
I said if he was in a relationship, you'll still fuck him?
Oh no, I don't do that. If you with somebody, I don't mess with people who's in relationships or married. I don't believe in that. That's not something that I'm interested in doing.
Okay. So Nipsey Hussle, Dolph, and Meek Mill.
Yes.
You'll let them guys run a train on you? Or let them carry someone with you?
No, I want to experience that just one-on-one.
Facts. Funny you dating rappers though. You like that's what you're attracted to.
I like some athletes. I'll date some athletes. I'll do Odell. I will date Steph Curry. I will do Jason Tatum. Like, oh, there's a couple of. It ain't just rappers. I like athletes too.
Okay. Facts. Yeah. Okay. You feel like a lot of female? I'm about to ask you. I forgot I was about to ask you just now. Do you feel like a lot of guys approach you in your on social media, or they approach you in person?
Yeah, mostly in social media.
But you don't really post that much, though.
Yeah, I don't, but they still be sliding in DMs.
Like, what's some of the craziest DMs like you done seen so far?
Most of them are very respectful, which I'm surprised, but they haven't really said anything crazy. Most of them come respectful.
Like what they said.
Oh, like you're pretty. I want to get to know you. We should hang out sometime. Stuff like that.
So most of the guys you met the last couple years, had they been on social media or in person?
Most of the time it's in person, but there's maybe one or two that I met on social media.
When you meet them in person, man, in the streets, in the store, or?
Yeah, on the streets, like like maybe going out to the clubs and stuff.
So you like guys in the clubs?
Not really. It just so happened to be like that recently, so.
Oh, okay. And you be going to the club with your friends or by yourself, or?
With my friends.
Yeesh. Okay. So you meet them, and you already know guys at the club only want one thing. They just trying to fuck on something and live weekend to weekend, get drunk as fuck.
That's why I really don't like. I don't talk to you as a friend, but there's some guys that I have talked to in the club that totally opposite of the traditional in the club niggas. Like, I don't know how to explain. I met this one guy from the club, and me and him became like really cool, like mad cool, and he wasn't like the traditional in the club guy at all. Like, I try not to date people from the club, but so recently it's just been like that.
Nothing good come from the club. I don't want no female from the club. Stay your ass away from me if you in the club.
But to be honest, some people, I think it depends on how you carry yourself in the club. Because there's some people that I go to the club. I don't go to the club like that often, but when I do go to the club, I go because it's either my friend's birthday and we turning up, we having fun, or it's like, girls' night out. So it's not always the traditional, she always in the club, she always doing this and that. There's some people that's going there just to have fun because it's their friend's birthday, or they going because it's a girls' night out or some shit.
Okay.
So it ain't always, she a hoe, she always twerking and shit. Like, no, she might just do, have a fun because it's her friend's birthday. She trying to make it lit. She just trying to have fun in the environment. It ain't always negative.
You ever been to the club and you smashed the guy, you seen him in the club?
Yeah. But I didn't meet him from the club. That particular person I seen in the club, we just so happened to bump into each other at the club, but I did not meet him at the club.
Did you smash him later on that day?
No, I didn't.
You ever went home from a guy from the club?
No, I don't do that shit.
Why not? You scared of it?
I think that's unsafe. I mean, you don't know that person.
Shit. Nobody know him until you get to know him, man.
But you ain't got to smash him just because you met him in the club. I'd rather get to know you as a person before we do all that.
You want to get to know them or get to know how they fuck?
Get to know them as a person. That sex shit ain't always what it's cracked up to be.
Has you ever smashed like one of your friends' exes?
No, I don't do that. Me and my friends, we do not have the same type of guy. We're not interested in the same type of people. So no, I ain't never did that.
Has any of your friends smashed one of your exes or somebody you was having sex with?
No, because we don't like the same guys. We don't find the same guys attractive.
But if y'all did, would you?
No, because that's girl code. You don't do that. That's messy and that's just, no.
What's another thing? I got that's the last one right here for you. What are some of the things a part of girl code that girls should know? What are 2 to 3 things a part of? What are 3 things a part of girl code that girls should know?
Don't be talking to your girl or your homegirls, exes, baby daddies, whoever they talking to now, interested. Always be transparent with your homegirl on however you feel about a situation. Don't be doing no sneaky shit. Don't be jealous. You support your friends and they'll support you.
Give me a bonus one before I let you go.
And and be your own person. Don't try to copy your friend. Don't try to envy your friend. Be your own person. Be your own boss. And do what's best for you.
Fairs. Hey, Sahrea. I got it right.
Yes.
Sahrea, I appreciate you stopping by. Definitely.
Thank you.
You got any questions you'd like to ask me before I let you go?
No, I don't.
Appreciate you showing love, man. Finally, I got you on here. Oh, man. Finally. Hopefully, one day we can do it with your face in the camera. But
I know.
she's so camera shy, y'all. But hey, we definitely appreciate you stopping by on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, man. Much love to you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
We out.